you were born a VIP. You and I was birthed out of battle, many battles. And if you notice that the world takes on a trend of going through many battles, and after the battle, there comes the victory. After the battle comes the celebration. You see, your DNA, our DNA, was already connected to experiencing victory and celebration. Being a VIP, it's all about the victory that impacts the praise. The way how victory impacts the praise, depending on the kind of victory that you had and how important that victory was to you, ignites the praise. So you could say the victory that you are experiencing impacts or ignites the praise. Now David said unto the Father, shall I go up against them? And when the answer came back that yes, I will give them into your hands, that is victory. When Pharaoh and his army drowned in the Red Sea, and Miriam took the timbrel and began to play, and they danced because of victory. When Jehoshaphat and the children of Israel applied praise before they saw the victory, can you see the difference? Can you see the difference of what took place? Now, let's analyze this a little bit. They waited until the victory before they started to celebrate. So the victory impacted or ignites the praise. Now, if you notice that David was to put a lot of work into fighting with the enemy so that he could have won. The children of Israel did not do much. They were fearful. They were afraid of what was going on. But there was one person that was leading who trusted the ability of a God to bring them safely through, who was listening to the voice of God and obeying the voice of God, that the Red Sea divided so that they could walk right through and obey the voice of God again, knowing what to do with the rod. As they got to the middle of the Red Sea, that water came back and devoured their enemies. Jehoshaphat and the children of Israel during that time, they were outnumbered by the enemy, totally outnumbered by the enemy. They wanted to experience the victory, but they did the opposite. They started to praise before the victory came. Now, what if we could live our lives? You are already a VIP. We are already VIPs because our DNAs automatically aligns knowing how to operate in praise, receiving the victory. We know how to celebrate automatically because our DNA was built that way. Because ever since we came through the birthing canal of our parent, of our mother, there was already a battle that was going on, trying to get out. No wonder why every time a baby's been born, the bottom of that baby has to be hit. So the baby cry out to know that the baby came out safely. Victory, victory. What if we could praise more often before the victory? Look what happened. They were totally outnumbered. Jehoshaphat, the word came to him of what exactly they should do. And based upon that prophetic word, they stood upon that word and they received victory because they praise in advance. So they brought the praise before the actual victory. And look what happened. The supernatural power took over and defeated their enemies. So while the children of Israel, they were going through the Red Sea, they were worried and afraid, and they were looking on both sides of that ocean, and they were still afraid, so wondering how is it going to work in their favor. Pharaoh was already chastened by them. They were afraid. They were fearful. And so they had to go through moment of fear, moment of worrying, moments of not knowing what was going to happen. They saw the enemy coming at them. But look how different it was for Jehoshaphat and the children of Israel that was with him. They gathered in praise. They gathered. It was a total different atmosphere. They never had was to come face to face with their enemy because they gathered in praise. May I say unto you that if you live your life in praise, see, because praise is not just a sound. Praise was that sound that allowed the wall of Jericho to fall down. Praise is a weapon. Praise is that water that makes your enemies drown. Praise defeats your enemies. Praise will guarantee you success. What if we could live our lives, allow our DNAs, connect with our DNAs as the VIP that we are, the kings and the queens that we are, living a life of praise every day so that we would have more supernatural victories rather than living in fear and doubt and coming face to face with our enemies. I say unto you, you are a VIP. Let your praise come before the victory so the supernatural can take over and defeat our enemies. The supernatural can take over and release promotion, release breakthrough. The supernatural can take over and guarantee us victory. As the word of God declares that our Father has gone before to guarantee us victory. Indeed, you are a VIP. Let our praise ignite the victory rather than the victory igniting the praise. The praise igniting the victory guarantees supernatural results.